Okay guys, so while the boys are gone for right now for a few moments, I'm just going to bust out some videos. So, something that I kind of wanted to talk about was, as a person, as a stepmom, as a eventually mom, partner, daughter, everything, is that I take things extremely personal and as a reflection on me. And everyone always says, don't take it so personal, don't take it so personal, but I do. It's just who I am. Like, oh, I'm not doing a good enough job, or I'm not being a good enough stepmom, or I'm not being a good enough partner, or I'm not being a good enough friend, or I'm not being a good enough daughter. And so I always have this way about me that I feel like, oh, I'm not good enough, I'm not being the person that I need to be for them, for anyone. And I internalize a lot of things. And when whether it's a child or a partner or whoever it is says something, it's really, really hard for me not to take that to heart. Whether it's just whether someone's just seeking a reaction, or they're just being honest, or they're lying, or there could be multiple reasons. It's really hard for me sometimes just to kind of back up and say, okay, what is the truth here? What is the full story? Because I end up kind of zoning in on that speck, and so not seeing the full picture. And so that's something that I have to know that I have to work on. And so, just being honest, like when people say, oh, don't take it so personal, it is so hard not to take personal. And I just kind of wanted to be honest. Like, I've always been like, this channel, my life is to be honest, to be truthful to y'all, to say, like, struggles are real. This is real life. This is what real life is all about. And that's one thing, like, I'm going to be honest about. Like, sometimes it sucks. There's, maybe 10% of it sucks versus the 90% that's awesome. But I want to be truthful and say, like, it's not all peaches and roses, because y'all see these vlogs where we're, like, having fun and, oh, yeah, da, 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 and then there's, like, real life. And so, you just want to be honest, and that's something that I have to work on, because I take it personal. Like, and they don't necessarily mean to hurt, and they don't. I mean, it's not meant to hurt. It just does. I mean, sometimes it does. It takes it personal, like, oh, I'm not being the person that they need, or I'm not the one that they need in their life, or maybe somebody else could do this better, or whichever. And then I have to stop and back up and go, God put me here for a reason. I may not fully understand why, but there's a reason I fell in love with a person with kids. There's a reason that I'm here. There's a reason I keep getting up every morning, and there's a reason that I love them so much. There's a reason I worry about them so much. There's a reason I fight for them so hard. There's a reason I'm hard on them. And it's not because for my health, or for just because I want to be mean. It's because I want something better for them. And so that is a struggle, and it is hard to not dive in and do so much, and then when something is said, to not take it personal and go, maybe I'm not the right person, and internalize it and think, oh, I'm not doing it right, or I'm not the right person, or I'm a failure, or whichever, after you've just devoted so much of yourself and you've just dove in and tried to do everything so perfect. And it is hard, but you know what? This is life, and you're going to make mistakes, and we keep making mistakes, and there's things that I question all the time, and maybe I should have done it this way, or maybe I should have done it this way, or maybe they would like me better if I did this, or maybe she'd like me better if I did that, or what happened here, or what happened there. And sometimes I think you just got to back up and allow things to happen the way it does, and it is hard to not take it so personal, and that's something I have to work on, not taking it so personal, because sometimes it has absolutely nothing to do with me in the first place. And when I take it personal, when it's nothing to do with me, then it's like, oh, that I just wasted my breath on that. But you know what? I'm going to tell you, you're not alone, because I'm out there feeling the same pain you are. It's like, oh, maybe I'm not the stepmom she needs. Maybe she needs somebody else, or maybe he needs someone else, or maybe they need somebody else, or maybe I'm not the partner he needs, or blah, blah, blah. You know what? God put you there for a reason. You will see it in the end. You will see the rewards, the benefits. Keep trucking through. It is hard. It's not, I say the struggle is real. It's not made for everyone. It's the same thing as people having kids. That's not for everyone. People having a lot of kids. It's not for everybody. Same thing with being a step parent. It's not for everyone. And it's something that you have to it's real. This is real life. And the struggle is not always easy, and we're not always going to get along with them, and they're not always going to get along with us. And you know what? I'll be the first to admit that I have made probably way more mistakes than I've done things right. But I've learned from them, and I'm continuing to learn from them. And if there is anything that I can say that I've done right, is I've loved them unconditionally, and that may have drove me to make some of the mistakes that at the time I thought were right, and it may have drove me to make the best choices I've made. It's drove me to make the mistakes I've made. It was all done out of love. None of it was done out of hatred, or like, oh, I'm gonna get you back. All of it was done out of love. Was it necessarily the right thing? Maybe not. Probably not. But we do what we do because we think, oh yeah, this is right, and then we learn from it. But yeah, I kind of went off on a little bit. But in the middle of all that, when something's said or something's done, or you see your partner go off in the other room with the kids, and you just, like, your heart sinks, and then you have all this anxiety because you just know that they're talking about you, and you feel like, oh, what are they going to say? What am I doing wrong? I'm not the person they need. I'm not the right one. Or your partner comes in, or the kids come in and they say, well, I don't like this about you, or I don't like that, or you're hearing rumors, or or your partner's like, oh, why do you always have to do that all the time, or whichever. It's like, try not to take it so personal. I know I'm going to say that I struggle with that, because I probably will struggle for that with years to come, because I don't have a tip of how to get rid of that. But if you have any tips, will you link them down below? Like, how do you deal with that? And I feel like it's just like it's just like, it's everyone. It's not just step parents. I feel like it's parents too. Like, maybe I made a mistake. Maybe I'm not, like, a good mom. I feel like that's anybody. I don't feel like it's just step parents, but I feel like for step parents, it's harder. Because you're stuck where you're at. And they don't have to like you. They don't have to nothing you. So, anyway, just wanted to kind of give you another It's Real moment. So, talk to you guys later. Bye.